Hey guys, so if you hear a fan in the background, it's literally because I have no AC, so I need the fan on or else I'm going to be melting. Anyways, this is Galaxy. He is my new dragon shapeshifter, and you'll see why I call him that. I basically made him mainly purple. Anyways, he's kind of similar to Virgil, like almost similar in power. So I talked about Virgil, he's in my drawings playlist. He's my other dragon shapeshifter. Basically, Virgil has more power than my other dragon shapeshifters to the point where his skin actually looks like human skin, so that's why it's colored a specific way. Galaxy, however, is kind of as powerful, like almost, but not entirely. So that's why some parts look more human and then other parts look a bit more dragon. You'll notice, like, when I color him in, he has two horns. I decided to go for like the traditional, like, thinner horns. I usually go for like very thick horns, but this time I decided to do like something that I normally don't do often. And then here I am shading in like his skin tone first, and then I move on to purple, which is basically what I wanted his skin color to be. I was gonna make him like have entirely just like human skin tone, but I thought it would be cool to play around with like some shading, so I decided to do that. It does look a bit blocky though, like, so if you notice my coloring, it will look a bit blocky, so just a heads up. When I go into coloring the purple, it doesn't look as good as I thought it would, but that's just me. Maybe it's because I use such a dark purple to do it with. For his ears, I decided to go with kind of like those elf-shaped ears. I didn't really want to do the regular dragon frills. Like, there's three options I normally do for the dragons. One is it's just the dragon frills that they have. Two is literally these elf ears. And three is regular human ears. And there is a fourth option, but I rarely do it. It's the ears that you can't see, like reptile ears, where it's just like a hole and you can't see the ears at all. But I think I rarely do that for any of them, to be honest. I know Virgil, I did that for him, but I'm not too sure about other ones. I can't remember at the moment. So here I am coloring Galaxy's skin in with purple. Honestly, I was gonna do like a lighter purple, but I decided maybe a darker purple would be different. It was a bit difficult because it was like super dark, so I was trying my best not to like have it bleed into sections of his skin too much. For his nose, I kind of made it that it was like more human skin tone, and then around his face I made it purple. It kind of looks like a mask, to be honest. I don't know like what shading I was going for. I think I wanted it to be like natural, but because I chose such a dark color versus a light color, it honestly didn't like blend super well. And then I'm coloring in his arms. And yes, this is a very buff male character. I feel like I've been going for ever since like My Hero Academia characters. I cannot go back to drawing thin characters. It has to always be buff now, like have some sort of muscle to it. But I guess it looks good and a bit more realistic instead of just having like a really skinny character. But since these dragon shapeshifters know how to fight, it would make sense if they were a bit more muscular rather than just like a thin person. And then I am coloring in his tail. So his tail has the same concept. The base of it looks more human, and then the rest of it is more dragon. The tip of his tail is going to be kept as white, and then also his hand. And then he has these spikes that are on his elbow areas. Those are also white as well. I decided to just shade those in gray, like a little bit, and that's it. It's really hard to see the blush on this character because it's super like dark tones. For his eyes, I decided to do like a pink. I thought it would match well with his purple skin. I have to say, Galaxy looks a bit feminine because the hairstyle I chose for him. The hairstyle I chose for him is like supposed to be similar to this Chinese manhwa character that I saw, and supposed to be a younger guy too, so they're not super buff. But for Galaxy, because I made him super buff and then I added this because he has a big chest, I feel like he could be mistaken for a female, but he's not a female. For his hair, I decided to do brown and white. So I'm just kind of shading it in brown in certain places, but having like a majority of it just white in general for his hair. I kind of wanted to do that it was white hair and then there were highlights or undertones of brown on it, but I chose such a dark brown, so it kind of looks unnatural, to be honest. He has this like really long high ponytail and these bangs that swoop to the side, which are super pretty. And here I'm just shading in the brown parts a little bit darker. Honestly, I feel like this part also looks a bit choppy. Like compared to the body and this, the hair looks more choppy, like with how I colored in and shaded it. It's mainly because the colors again though. I feel like a super dark color with white kind of doesn't look natural like the way I was drawing it. So yeah, sorry about the lighting change. I actually did this drawing in 2 different days, so that's why it's brighter now. But for his clothing, I decided to do a tank top. I usually do tank tops for my characters. He's more so wearing a one-piece suit rather than just like a full-on tank top. It's more so like a one-piece suit. You can see like it just doesn't end. Like it goes off page basically. And yes, he does have like bandage wraps all over his arm. I thought it would be a cool aesthetic. Kind of like this edgy character, to be honest. Galaxy is one of those like dragon shapeshifters. I feel like for his personality, I want to go with one of those dragon shapeshifters that you don't want to mess with. And he's more of the serious type. He doesn't really fool around often. He's not really good with human interaction compared to like Virgil. Virgil is more like a regal character. As for Galaxy, he's more just like a tough character. My dragon shapeshifters are typically supposed to help people in general, and they're supposed to like people. So Galaxy isn't someone who doesn't like people entirely. It's just that he doesn't really communicate well with them because he's more of like this silent type character who's just super tough. And I'm just outlining everything in. For most of his hair, I ended up having to outline it in, and also his, his clothing as well, because honestly, most of it I ended up making white. I just thought it would be nice to play around with different, white white with different shades of colors, rather than just have, just a full solid color for everything. For his eyes, I didn't really put pupils, the black parts of the pupils. I only outlined the pink, and that was basically it. I wanted to do something different with his eyes, and I gave him this really big tooth on the right side. He has sharp teeth. Since Virgil, I didn't give Virgil big teeth to begin with, so for Galaxy I thought I would give him sharper teeth. And that's basically it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check out in the description box below. I'll leave my social media there. You can like and follow those. I will be posting the process work eventually for Galaxy, so you'll be able to see that later on. Anyways, that's basically it. If you guys have any requests for any characters that you like from any video games, anime, what else? Video games, anime, TV shows, movies. Just let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll take a look at that. It's been a while since I got any requests, so it would be nice if someone could leave a comment, and then I'll look into that. It's nice to draw other people's favorite characters, because I feel like practicing your own characters and characters that you like in general are very easy, compared to practicing other characters that you may not necessarily be into. So it would be interesting to see what you guys like in terms of characters. And then you can also check out my other dragon shapeshifters. They are in my drawings playlist. If you haven't seen Virgil, the one that I kept mentioning in this video, he's in my drawings playlist. He's actually my latest dragon shapeshifter that I have, so it should be up top on the playlist. And that's basically it. Oh yeah, and forgot to mention that Galaxy is not a flying dragon. I didn't give him any wings. I decided to do that to play around, because normally with dragons I like putting wings on them, so I thought I would make a buff dragon that doesn't have any wings. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you have any ideas for dragon shapeshifters too, just let me know, any elements you want me to play off of, or any specific looks. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!